Today, I simulated the NFL playoffs 100 times to see which team has the best chance to win in real life. And I'm also going to lock in my predictions for each and every game, but I also need to hear your prediction down in the comments. Let me know who you think will make it to the Super Bowl and give me a score prediction and a winner, and I'll pick 5 people who get the closest prediction to win a copy of Madden 25. Now, I'm recording this before Wildcard Weekend, so let's check out every single matchup. So to start out on the AFC side, we got the Bills versus Broncos. Then we got the Ravens versus the Steelers and the Texans versus the Chargers. Funny enough, the Texans are playing in literally the exact same spot they always play in the wildcard round. Like they own that Saturday 3:30 game. On the NFC side, we got the Eagles versus the Packers. Obviously a rematch of that week 1 game they played in Brazil. Then we got the Buccaneers versus the Commanders. And the 14-3 Vikings are going on the road to Los Angeles to play the Rams. Just kidding, while editing this video, the game got moved to Arizona because of all the wildfires in Los Angeles, which are literally right by where I live. So I might be getting evacuated. I don't know what's going on anymore. But obviously last up, the number 1 seeds are the Lions and the Chiefs. Now, first things first, we got my picks for the wild card round. I mean, really no surprise here. I have the Bills taking down the Broncos. I don't really think this game is going to be close. And I got Lamar and the Ravens taking down the Steelers and the Chargers defeating the Texans. Then on the NFC side, I have the Packers defeating the Eagles. I think because they're the 7 seed, it seems like they're more of an underdog, but I think they definitely win that one. The Bucs versus Commanders, I think might be the hardest pick for this round, but I do have the Bucs winning this game. They're just a team with more playoff experience, and I think Jaden Daniels is amazing, but I don't see him moving on in his rookie year. And lastly for this round, I have the Vikings defeating the Rams. I wouldn't be shocked if the Rams won this game, but I'm not selling on the Vikings yet just because they lost to a very good Lions team. And now we're gonna sim through the wild card round in Madden to see what that looks like. Hopefully some of my predictions end up being right. Then between each round, I'll give you my predictions for what I think is gonna happen in real life based on my bracket, and we'll continue on until we get a Super Bowl winner in Madden. Then after that, I'm gonna spend hours upon hours simming the playoffs 99 more times, and I'll give you the stats at the end of the video. I think that all makes sense. So we'll start out the wild card with the Chargers versus Texans. But first, real quick, the Chargers are my pick for this game, so we're gonna play the moments, and this is how we're gonna check out every game and basically jump in and watch the sim and see like how each team does. But as I mentioned, my pick here is the Chargers. I think Herbert's playoff experience will help the Chargers not be the Chargers. And honestly, more than anything, having Jim Harbaugh is what's gonna help the Chargers from being the Chargers. And there's a touchdown to their star young receiver, Ladd McConkey. And our next moment brought us to the Texans all the way down to the 16. Stroud's gonna throw to the outside here, and they're gonna get down to the 1. Don't get me wrong, the Texans do have a very good chance in this game as Joe Mixon ties this game up here. I do just think the Texans have looked a little bit fraudulent throughout the entire year. Of course, as I said that, they scored in the sim and they're down to the 13 again, midway through the 3rd quarter, and it looks like Joe Mixon is getting to the end zone yet again. And now it's 24-10 midway through the 4th quarter. Stroud is gonna throw here and get another touchdown. It honestly might be over for the Chargers, but they're down to the 2-yard line with about 4 minutes to go. This is an easy touchdown. They're gonna need a defensive stop here though, and they're not gonna get it as the Texans do win this game. I definitely pick CJ Stroud on the Texans. Don't know what you're talking about. Next up, we got the Steelers versus Ravens, and my prediction for this game is the Ravens winning. The Steelers started off the year real hot and then really fell apart at the end. Nearly took a sack there, but they will put up the kick to take the 3-point lead to start this game. Now, obviously the Ravens do have a tendency to choke in the playoffs, but I do think this season's gonna be different for them. And with 8 minutes to go in the 4th, they're up 27-16 here. I do think they'll fare better in the playoffs this time around because they do have a legitimate number 1 running back finally. Also, Lamar has become far more effective from the pocket and not just using his legs. Look, he does have a case to win MVP. I mean, he's not my perfect pick. To be completely honest, my pick for MVP is Saquon Barkley because I think no player has transformed a team like he has. But if the Ravens can get another score here, Lamar's gonna keep it, and he gets down to the 5, and Derrick Henry gets down to the 2. But yeah, one more score here, and I think this game is in the bag. And they're really trying to solidify. It's 4th and 2. Oh man. The Steelers have life. Down by 11 with 50 seconds. They do have 3 timeouts, but I mean, the odds are against them. Got down to the 16. This either needs to score or get out of bounds very quick. Yeah, that looks like 1, 2. That's a touchdown. Now they're gonna go for 2 to try to make this a field goal game, and they do get it. So what's crazy is they need this onside kick, but it's not over when they don't get it. That's Deontay Johnson. I don't know why he's on the roster. But the Steelers still have 3 timeouts. If they can stop them here, they have a chance. Wow, Derrick Henry's still going. So now it's 3rd and 4. Game is on the line, and they're going to throw a screen and pick it up. So the Ravens are gonna win this game and move on. All right, I'm 1 for 2 so far on my picks. And the last AFC matchup is Broncos versus Bills. I mean, it's gonna come as no surprise, but the Bills are my pick here. But yeah, this game could be a blowout both in Madden and real life, in my opinion. I think it's honestly the most lopsided matchup in this playoff. Wow, I've never seen a deflection happen like that, and it's picked by, I think that's John Franklin Myers. How did this even happen? Allen threw the ball, got deflected up in the air by Shakir, and just into the lap of JFM. I play a lot of Madden, and I've never seen that happen. So now on the Broncos' first drive, they're already down to the 21-yard line, and looks like they're gonna get another first down. Historically, playoff Josh Allen is never as good as regular season Josh Allen. Obviously, that first interception was very fluky with it just bouncing up in the air like that. But if the Broncos can put up a touchdown here, oh, it's dropped. I thought that was definitely caught. So instead, they're gonna have to settle for the Will Lutz kick to take the 3-point lead. But now midway through the 4th, the Bills are up 7-3, but the Broncos are in the red zone. Lost a couple on that one. This is definitely a screen that nearly turned into a sack. With this amount of time left, the Broncos definitely want to get more than a field goal here. That's not it though. Ooh, but they're playing aggressive. They're going for it on 4th and 3, and they're gonna easily convert that one, and he shakes a tackle. Only about 150 yards for Bo Nix in this game. He's thrown a pick, but now he's also thrown a touchdown. Michael Thomas is on this team. Madden Sim with free agency is so weird. But now jumping ahead, the Bills are at the 39-yard line with just under 3 minutes to go. They definitely can afford to still run the ball. Like, they got plenty of timeouts, the 2-minute warning, and a field goal ties this game. Allen had literally an entire day to throw, and he ends up just rushing for the, no, not for the first. 2nd and 1 now. They're coming out empty, but he's throwing quick. I think that's Kincaid who gets down to the 9. And neither team is using a timeout here. He's gonna check down again to Kincaid. 50 seconds now. It's a tough spot for the Broncos because when the Bills score, just like they're able to do here, it's gonna put the Bills up by 4. So now Bo Nix has to take him all the way down the field for a touchdown. I mean, they were smart to save their timeouts because they're definitely gonna need all 3 of them on this drive. They just used their first. That's too short. They gotta start working the sideline. Like, these throws in the middle of the field are just not gonna do it for him, but wow, he gains a lot of yards. And there's still 29 seconds left, and they have a timeout. Nix is gonna roll out to the right and run. He is very fast. Not a first down though. They're at the 17. It's 2nd and inches, so I mean, they should be able to pick it up. You gotta just run for it. Actually, I'm completely wrong because the game would have ended there. The clock would have kept running. He's gonna throw end zone. No shot. Bo Nix just did that. And yeah, he had 2 feet in bounds. Look, the picks I make are for real life, not for Madden, because this sim is just unpredictable, honestly. Allen's gonna throw sideline. Nope, not there. That is PI though. And wow, they're actually going for the kick here. They're not gonna throw it to the end zone, and he nails it. No, he missed. So the Broncos win this game. Oh man. Bass definitely had the leg for this attempt here, but he just pushed it left. But I can't believe the Broncos just won this game. So moving to the NFC side, we got the Packers versus Eagles. We're gonna check out their first drive here, where the Eagles are down to the 34, and they're gonna hand off not to Barkley, but they get the first. Kenneth Gainwell is still in the backfield. I have no idea where Barkley is. My pick for this game is the Packers taking down the Eagles. Why is Barkley not in? You're joking. He has a foot fracture. How did he get hurt? You have absolutely no idea how much that infuriates me, because that's just going to somewhat affect the results. I mean, I am picking the Packers in real life in this game, but hopefully Gainwell can like actually do something here. Just kidding. Jalen Hurts is gonna take this one in. I'm just gonna keep simming ahead by quarter for a little bit because I'm pretty mad at this game right now. And late in the 4th, it's 34-13. I mean, not having Barkley definitely hurt them. It's just so annoying. Like, you try so hard to make the videos good, and then nonsense that's out of my control happens, like basically removing the best player on the Eagles from the game. So now it's 4th and 3. So let's see what they can do here. They're gonna throw end zone, and it's caught. The Eagles are gonna need this onside kick though, but Romeo Doubs is gonna snag it, so I think this is over. And it is, as the Packers win 34-20. So now we got the Commanders versus Buccaneers. And my pick for this game is Baker Mayfield and the Bucs. Hopefully no major injuries in this game that I don't know about, but Bucky Irvin here is gonna gain like 8 or 9. Obviously the Commanders do have the better record in this matchup. Bucky Irvin down. No, that's a touchdown. He somehow went all the way on that one. Yeah, the Commanders do have the better record on paper, but I think the Bucs playoff experience is gonna be the thing that actually carries them. Wow, that was 4th down and he threw a pick. Was not expecting that to happen. And now into the second, the Commanders got the ball back. The Bucs could not get points on that turnover. But 2nd and 1 now, they're going to hand it off. And yeah, that's an easy touchdown. Brian Robinson gets it. And actually, we're going to go all the way to the 4th quarter just to see kind of what the score is. And with about 9 minutes, the Bucs are up 21-13. That's another first down to Mike Evans. Yeah, I think when it just comes to these two teams, I have more faith in the Bucs being able to do it. Mike Evans grabs that touchdown. The Commanders could surprise me, but I just don't think it's going to happen. And of course, as I say that, they find themselves down by 8 here. They're going to get a first down to Scary Terry. There's only 18 seconds left, though. They still do have one timeout. He's going to throw deep. How is that not caught? Brother, it literally hit him in the ass. That's really the difference maker for me here, is it's the inexperience of Daniels, especially in the playoffs. I just don't think that the Commanders are going to be able to do it, and it's not caught there. So as I predicted, the Bucs win this game. And last up for this round, we get the Vikings versus Rams. And I did just realize I have one more shirt. Dude, it's so weird to be in a cutoff for a video. Like, this is how I dress all the time for the most part, because I live in Los Angeles, but never on a video. I mean, it is a pretty sick Randy Moss shirt. Obviously, the Vikings look terrible against the Lions. Like, Sam Darnold could not do anything all day. But spoiler alert, I do have the Lions going pretty far in the playoffs, so that doesn't really surprise me. But I think personally, of all the teams in the playoffs, I would love to see the Vikings win. And that really all just stems from Sam Darnold. Like, I am a Jets fan, and he just got abused. When he played for our team, like, we gave him Adam Gase. Enough said. And there was a long portion of the season where I thought he was playing at an MVP level. It looks like he's gonna run. He takes a sack, though. But now at the start of the 2nd quarter, the Vikings are gonna put up a kick and take the 3-0 lead. And I simmed ahead to the 3rd, where the Rams are up 10-3. Not anymore, though, because Jalen Naylor just caught that touchdown. Let's just jump ahead to the 4th quarter, though, and see. Ooh, the Rams are up a lot. Another touchdown here probably puts this game out of reach for how late in the game we are, and Cooper Kupp is gonna get that touchdown. And wow, the Rams ended up winning 41-10. I just have to get rid of all of these shirts. But in my bracket in the AFC Divisional, I have the Chiefs going up against the Chargers. I think there's really no debate here. The Chiefs are gonna move on. Then I got the Bills going up against the Ravens. And this might come as a surprise, but I actually have the Bills moving on. I don't really see like the classic playoff Lamar choke, but I think the Bills will pull this out. Then on the NFC side, I got the Lions versus Packers. The Lions are definitely moving on here. They beat them twice in the regular season, and I do think that's gonna happen for a 3rd time here. Then I got the Bucs going up against the Vikings, and I am gonna continue rolling with Sam Darnold into the NFC Championship. And now going back into our Madden sim, we got the Packers versus Lions, Rams versus Bucs, Texans versus Ravens, and Broncos versus Chiefs. And my pick for this game is Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think if this game did happen in real life, you'd be crazy not to pick the Chiefs. Or your name is Brandon Perna and you're gonna blindly pick your team, as you should, honestly, but the Chiefs get the first down. I honestly don't even remember the score of the blowout game in week 18, but they're gonna go to the end zone. And D-Hop catches this touchdown. We're gonna jump in early in the 4th. Mahomes is gonna get sacked. JFM just ate him up and picked him up. It would be a pretty long kick from here, but looks like Mahomes is gonna run, so now they're definitely in field goal range. And from this distance, I mean, this is gonna be as easy as making a sandwich, and Bucker's able to nail it. If you know, you know. All right, love that. My game froze in the Super Sim, so we're in overtime now, tied at 17, and the Chiefs have the ball. I have genuinely no idea if the Broncos got the ball first or not, but the Chiefs are gonna get a huge first down here to Kelsey. The technical difficulties of this game sometimes like takes years off my life, it feels like. Given the amount of time in overtime, I think that the Broncos got the ball first and went 3 and out, so I think any points on this drive will win the Chiefs the game. Again, this game just comes down to experience. Like, you have the dynasty of the Chiefs versus the rookie that exceeded expectations in Bo Nix, but the Chiefs get the touchdown. Love this camera angle. Mahomes is gonna celebrate. I don't know if the game's over. Nope, this game is over. They win 23-17. I'm sorry that you didn't get to watch the Broncos drive. The game froze. I don't know what else I could do. So now we got the Rams versus Bucs, and while the Bucs are a compelling pick, I gotta go with Matt Stafford and the Rams here. This time around, we're actually gonna start watching in the 4th quarter once we have some points on the board. But Jesus, it is 35-7 in this game. I don't know why I threw short. Okay, Kupp is able to get the first down there. Clearly, I just severely underestimated what the Bucs are gonna be able to do. Dude, snap the ball. What are you doing? Oh my God, snap the ball. I literally am spamming X. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. The game's over. You pissed me off, Matt Stafford. The Bucs win 35-7. Next, we got the Texans versus Ravens. And my pick for this game is not CJ Stroud. I think Lamar and the Ravens got this one. Wow, okay, late in this game, the Texans are actually up by 10. Ravens are at their own 38. They're gonna need to get some points on the board quick, and Lamar is gonna do the smart thing and just use his legs. All the way to the 47-yard line. They got just over 3 minutes to go, and he's got a dart to Mark Andrews, gonna get all the way down to the 5. I mean, if I were them, I would use Derrick Henry here to run it. That's a weird little check down, but it does get Isaiah Likely into the end zone. Ravens got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but the Texans are moving the ball downfield, and they get a 48-yard touchdown by Joe Mixon. The Texans win this game. Just as I predicted they were gonna win this game, I'm definitely not just winging it here and just changing picks as I go. As a reminder, the picks on screen right now or what I'm actually going with in real life. The Madden sim is totally separate from my picks, but it is cool to see what could possibly happen in real life. And last up for this round, we got Packers versus Lions. This is probably the toughest game to pick so far, but I do have to go with the Lions.
1 hour later.
Wow, I was not expecting 42-14 to be the score that we would jump in with, but here we are. So let's see if I can get them on the board on this drive just to kind of like get this a little bit closer. Jamison Williams down to the 13. I feel like there's been a surprising number of blowouts. Like, I feel like I never really see blowouts like that much in the sim. Dive with Goff. He makes it into the end zone. Not that it probably matters, because yeah, the Packers win 42-21. I don't think there's any shot the Lions are getting blown out in the playoffs.
God, my bracket is so wrong compared to Madden.
Okay, AFC Championship, we get the Chiefs versus the Bills. Obviously, we've seen this matchup a ton of times, and the Bills did win in the regular season versus the Chiefs, and I have them doing it here again, going to the Super Bowl. And on the NFC side, we get the Lions versus Vikings yet again, and in my heart of hearts, I want to send the Vikings to the Super Bowl, but I have to take the Lions. I just do think it's their year, which means in the Super Bowl, we're going to get a Bills versus Lions matchup.
And as a Jets fan, I really don't want the Bills to win,
But I think for my Super Bowl winner, I'm going with the Detroit Lions. Make sure you let me know your pick in the comments. And now we're going to finish up our first Madden sim with the Texans versus Chiefs. And with 3 minutes to go, we're tied at 31. My face is going to be blindingly white because of this snow. It is also extremely difficult to even see where the Texans players are, but Stroud is going to throw and hit Nico Collins. Gets a ton of yards. Just over 2 minutes to go. They're in field goal range here, and Stroud is going to throw to the end zone. And is it caught? It is by Robert Woods. And I think 2 feet in bounds, but who could really tell? But now it's 4th and 6. The Chiefs have not gone anywhere, but they're actually going to pick up the first down with Worthy, which gets them to the 48-yard line. Mahomes throws quick again to Kelsey, gains like 8. They're saving those 2 timeouts, so there's a minute 20 left. Mahomes has time, finds, who is that? Call me a casual for not knowing the Chiefs backup tight end, but he catches it again. And now they're at the 21 with 1 timeout, 2nd and 7. That's caught. Hilarious. It's the guy whose name I don't remember. It's Justin Watson. Texans returned it all the way to the 41, and they have 3 timeouts, so they're in good spot here. CJ Stroud is in the zone. Did not even know he had superstar X Factor, but they're not going to get that one. They do have to get to the 41-yard line for Kaimi Fairbairn. So yeah, they only need about 9 or 10 yards to make it comfortable, but you have to remember the snow. But Robert Woods is gonna catch it. So now they're at the 15-yard line. Yeah, you just gotta hand it off. I would take a timeout to be safe, but they're just gonna put it up and nail it for the 41-38 win. I never doubted CJ Stroud. I mean, I've been wearing the shirt for most of this video. And on the NFC side, you got the Packers versus Bucs. Kind of just like the Texans, I doubted the Bucs a bunch, so they're gonna be my pick in this game. And we're actually going to overtime in this game, tied at 34. Gonna sim ahead a little bit, and the Packers went 3 and out. So let's see what the Bucs can do on their first possession of overtime. He gets a first down here. Any score here wins the game, so I mean, they gotta be smart and play for the field goal. 2nd and 3 now from the 38. Mayfield's gonna throw out and not get the first. He's gonna lose yards. Definitely thought they were gonna count the loss of yards there, but they're gonna pick up the first and way more. He's gonna get all the way down to the 14-yard line. Packers will ice him, but the Bucs have a chance to win this game. I mean, from this distance here, this is a chip shot, and he nails that kick. So the Bucs are gonna win this game and meet the Texans in the Super Bowl. And at this point, it only feels right. CJ Stroud and the Texans are winning this. We'll check out each team's first drive before we go to the 4th quarter here. We obviously could watch more, but I think it's kind of more exciting to watch when the game is actually on the line, but he's taking this down to the 19. This Super Bowl matchup doesn't feel impossible, but of all the teams, this feels kind of the most unlikely, but Baker's gonna run for a few. And to start out this game, the Bucs will settle for a kick and take the 3-0 lead. CJ Stroud, I never doubted you, so please do not let me down. Are you joking? Okay. A very casual 2nd and 23, so they'll hand the ball off and gain nothing. Just kidding, they lost 3 yards. This is an abysmal way to start the Super Bowl, but Stroud is going to get sacked again. I thought he was going to run for it. Just going to sim ahead a bit and we'll jump back in. And with 2 minutes to go in this game, we're tied at 41. But it's 3rd and 8 now for the Bucs. They're at their 24-yard line. Baker had all day and just ran into a sack. So the Texans will have a minute and a half in great field position to start. And CJ Stroud starting in the zone, which is going to definitely help them. They're going to check down here to Tank Dell, who is definitely hurt. I just don't understand, because I started this in the playoffs, yet here we are. Whatever, at least it makes them better instead of worse, but they gained 7 there. We got about a minute to go. Both teams got 2 timeouts, and they're gonna get stuffed, I think. A stop here keeps the Bucs in the game, but they're actually gonna get the first and much more, actually. If the Texans are smart, they're just gonna hand it off, which they are gonna do. In real life, you would just run this to the left and center the ball, but of course they're not gonna do that. And I think they're not taking a timeout, so they're gonna put this up here and win the Super Bowl 44-41. Normally, this is where I end a video, but I get to go sim the playoffs 99 more times, so I'll see you on the other side with the results.
Several days later.
Oh my god, that took so much longer than I thought it was going to. Literally, I've been simming for the last 2.5 days. So let's check out the results. So the Broncos, Chargers, Rams, and Commanders all won 0 Super Bowls out of 100 sims. The Buccaneers were able to win 1. Ironically, the Texans and Vikings, 2 teams that have never won the Super Bowl, each won 2. Then we get the Packers with 3 Super Bowl wins. The Steelers were able to win 4. Then a big jump to the Eagles winning 10 out of 100 sims, just behind the Ravens, who were able to win 11 times. Then the Bills won 16 times. I think you can guess which 2 teams are left, but the Lions won 20 out of 100 sims. And last but not least, no surprise because Madden Sim loves them, the Kansas City Chiefs won 31 Super Bowls. But lastly, the matchup that happened the most amount of times was the Chiefs versus Lions, an insane 47 times. So while this was probably a gigantic waste of time for me, hopefully you enjoyed the video. So that's it for the video. I'm going to bed. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too. This took literally days to do. I'll see you guys next time. Be good people.